Welcome to
Hey, this is Anna, aka Ace from League of Distortion, and you're watching BGP Music Live.
uh, how was the band create in first place?
Yeah, I had the idea to form this band for quite a long time, and then it was the lockdown, the whole COVID stagnation, where I finally really sat down and really worked on this ideas, worked on first songs, and got together with the boys.
Okay. And it's kind of product of the COVID situation?
Yes and no. I mean, that was the reason why we really had the time to sit down. But the topics we write about are also things that had happened in the past, things that are society topics that don't have anything to do with COVID, but also the lockdowns and the feeling isolated, the feeling of being isolated through the lockdowns, and this was also a big influence.
So your first album is self-titled.
Yeah.
Why did you just choose a title, or it just this is us?
Yes, it's we want to establish us as a band, as League of Distortion. And that's also why we have the artwork. I mean, it's our, our logo is just in the middle. That's what is about for us, League of Distortion. We want to tell the world we're there. We have 10 songs with really, really strong messages and strong vibes and visions. So we didn't want to decide on one track or on a different album name. We really wanted to be strong and show the world this is League of Distortion with our self-titled album, League of Distortion.
Okay. And how was the creative process for this album?
It started during the lockdown, as I said. So it was it started with me working on ideas, on lyrics, on song ideas. And then we got together with Hannes Braun, the producer from Kiss and Dynamite, very quickly in the beginning, who worked on song ideas with us. And we also had Julian Breuker and Christoph Wiczurek, two producers, joining the team, also being part of the songwriting process. So we built this league from the beginning with people who are great, who we like to work with. And yeah, that's how it started, and that's how we finished the whole album.
And for the recording process?
Well, so we didn't have, like, we started recording during lockdown, so everybody kind of did their own part, at home. Luckily, you can do that with modern technology. And for the vocal sessions, I also had the luck to not only have one session, but to be able to record vocals now and then when the song was done, recorded with Hannes and also recorded with Julian and Christoph. So I was able to split up this recording, which was great. So it was also the recording process with the vocals, which really felt good.
How do you approach your style for this band?
Oh,
Apart for Exited.
yeah, well, this is definitely music I want. Like, League of Distortion is very different from Exit Eden, of course, but Exit Eden is still out there. I mean, Exit Eden is still not gone. So I wanted something different to Exit Eden too. And also having Jim from Kiss and Dynamite being part of League of Distortion, it was also important that it's different from Kiss and Dynamite. But it was more of the music we really wanted to create, having this modern metal influence and modern sound, but also having some of the old new metal influences, music I really dig and I really love. And also taking the freedom of adding pop influences and just really having songs that are different from the other, it was just being creative, doing what we want and creating something new and something very powerful.
Yes, you have powerful music, powerful lyrics, and you have some Nova Twins vibe also in one of the songs.
Yeah.
So you are on tour already, or is it?
Yes, we're on tour right now, actually. We had the first few shows last weekend, and now we have a couple of days off. And then it's going to continue on tour with Caliban, Ghost Kid, and Resolve.
And how is this tour already?
It's great. Yeah, it's just so great to be able to be on stage finally after all this time and to really start the whole tour with League of Distortion. I mean, we had one release show in the summer, but now really kicking off the whole tour row, it's just amazing to be there for the people, to get them introduced to League of Distortion who might not know them, and to really have a party on stage with the audience. It's really feel the strength in the community. It's really, really great.
It's nice to promote your album with release in 25 of November and to be able to tour at the same time.
That's amazing. That is absolutely great. It's wonderful to go out there, to have the people maybe even know the songs, because the first show we had, people didn't even know the songs. There was only one single released, and now you really see them singing along or even wearing our merch, going to the merch and buying the t-shirts before the show just to make sure they have their merch on in the first row. That's just a wonderful feeling. It's so cool. Yeah.
And one of your fans are already get a tattoo of the band?
Yes, we are planning on doing that. How do you know?
I see that on Facebook.
Well, that was actually a friend of mine getting the tattoo. So she was the very first to be brave enough to get our logo tattooed. I love that. She's just amazing.
That's crazy. How come Christophe from Anisukai in guest for this album?
He was part of the production team. As I said, he was part of the producers and the songwriters. So he was part of the whole process from the beginning. And then deciding him to feature the song was something we didn't have in mind from the very beginning, but that was just something we thought it would be nice to have another extra vocally influence, and he's great. So yeah, that came later, that we had him decided on him featuring, and he was up for that, and I think he really adds a really, really great note to that album too.
Yeah, this song is kind of banger, like most of the album. Can you talk to me about Rebel by Choice?
Yes, of course. That's actually a song that was done very late. That was the last song we finished. We did want a little bit of a different influence for that. That's why it's a little bit different and a little bit, from the style. We have another color added to that. And yes, it was inspired by the Ukrainian war. It was inspired by how the people stand up for their country and how they fight for their country and their rights. And that's something I'm very proud that we were able to put this on the record for this time right now. And it feels good to sing that on stage, to be able to perform this song and to tell the people to stand up for themselves, to speak up for themselves, and that we fight for our rights and our freedom.
And I'm a Bitch is kind of from woman empowerment.
Yes, I'm a Bitch is about men and women being treated in an unequal way with different measures. You know, you have the same picture or the same situation happening to a woman and to a man, or a man has many girlfriends or has had many girlfriends, and it's just cool, you know. He's called a Casanova or a gigolo, and a bitch, yeah, a girl is called a bitch, you know. It's like, what the fuck? That's just such a harsh word. And we say this in a provocative way, I'm a bitch, and having the nuns in the video, you know. But we want the people to have awareness for this topic, and it's not about only the sexual terms or where that is taking place. It's also being treated unequally in work life, in the regular life, in being paid different. I mean, there's still a long way to go that equality is happening between men and women. And I think it's very important to now and then really also talk about this as a strong band, as we are, and to let the people think about it and maybe even rethink their old patterns of thinking.
Yeah. Well, we have a bad beginning with the Bible. Eve is just a ribs of Adam. Even at the beginning of the world stories.
Yeah.
Can you talk me about your Wolf of Lamb clip?
Yes. This was the very first video we made, actually, and it was also done in advance, way before we released it, because we were very clear that, or we wanted Wolf or Lamb to be the single. So we went out there and talked to our video producers we wanted to work with. And yeah, he actually managed to get 2 real wolves for this shoot. And that was so incredible. I mean, it's Wolf or Lamb. So, I mean, that's the best thing that can happen to us. And also having this slightly gothic vibe, with the Brother Grimms as an influence, you know. And then having those wolves on set, it was frightening, of course. But I love animals. I love to be together with animals. I treat them with respect, and I did the same with these wolves. And of course, there was a trainer there, but once they were let go of their leash, they're free, or they could be free. And the atmosphere was pretty intense, and we had people stand out around this whole property because the trainer said, we can't have anybody walking by with a dog here, because if the wolf sees a dog, he will go fetch and kill the dog. And we were all like, ooh, that was intense. So I mean, I wasn't scared that they would do anything to me, but feeding them in the beginning was quite frightening, especially because I didn't have any place to put the food because I was wearing a dress with no pockets or anything. So I was kind of hiding some treats in my hand or some pieces of meat, and getting more relaxed by getting to know them. And inside, we had the inside shots as well. They were, of course, more relaxed because they couldn't fetch and go anywhere. So we got along well, and I think the wolves understood that I appreciate them and that we appreciated their presence, and they did a really, really good job.
And about the topic of this song.
It's an identity topic. It's the question you can ask yourself every day. Am I a wolf or am I a lamb today? Or also in life, but I like to break it down for every day, because it's not always easy to always be a wolf. I want to encourage the people to stand up for themselves and to speak up for themselves, and not only to tag along, even though if it's something that is not good for them. It's always hard to stand up and to speak up, but it's a decision you make for yourself. Today, I'm a wolf. Today, I'm going to talk to my boss about this paying problem, and I'm going to speak up for them because I need to get paid more. You know what I mean? Or also being in a group and maybe being more brave to go to concert alone, or to meet new people. And it's not the bad wolf thing, it's the strong wolf, and it's also the wolf pack. It's us being together again as a league, as a wolf pack, as people that are strong together. And yeah, that's more or less what it's about.
And it's just kind of not just follow, but also make your own path.
What?
Making my own path, or about to follow.
For the next album?
No, not only follow the a group of people, but also making your own path.
Yes, yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to have to also build this league.
And have you got plan to tour in Europe, like in France?
We want that. We definitely want that. So the first shows are only in Germany now, unfortunately. But we want League of Distortion to be out there as quick as possible. Not only stay in the country we come from, but to really reach more people from different countries. And we are really planning on a Europe tour, and I'm very, very sure that France will be the next, will be on that tour schedule, on the next tour schedule.
And from the beginning, you reach a big tour with Caliban, and it's okay. Very big audience.
Yes, I mean, it was planned. There were 13 dates planned. And now there has been a change in the dates. We had to limit the tour to only 6 shows. So this was quite sad because we were looking forward to being on the road for 2 weeks. But yeah, it's just a hard time right now. It is what it is. People don't go out and buy their concert tickets because they might be afraid that they won't take place. And it's just so much going on with winter, and I don't know if COVID is still a reason for people not to go to concerts. Yeah, it's hard, and I really want to encourage everybody to go see as many concerts as you can to really support your bands by buying tickets or buying merch or getting the album, because it's tough for us, and I know it's tough for you too, but yeah, we're gonna keep it going, or we're gonna stay strong and be out there.
A lot of customers buy their ticket at last time. No, they don't take pre-sale ticket.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
You are supposed to pay today?
Not today. Friday is the next show. Yeah, so we have a few days off, and then we're going for the next second part of the tour with Caliban, and Ghost Kid is there. It's not and is okay for this tour, but it's Ghost Kid and Resolve, a French band.
Okay. And how come the signature with Napalm?
You know, I've had the connection with Napalm through Exit Eden. I mean, we were signed with Napalm, and so the connection was there. And also Jim with Kiss and Dynamite, they're with Napalm. So this was the record label that was closest to us. And we really wanted to start big with a big record label, because we put so much energy and so much thought and so much ideas and work in this, that we really wished for having the support of a big record label. And we're so happy that Napalm signed us, and we're working really, really great together.
And you have also a strong clip.
Yes, absolutely.
And what are your inspiration musically for this band?
Well, we all have different inspiration, which is cool. That's why the album is very diverse. I've always loved the nu metal direction. I've always loved Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit, and this is something I really wanted to show in the songs too. So this is definitely a direction. We have a lot of Korn vibes going on. We also have some little bit of Marilyn Manson vibes going on musically. So I think we really add our ideas and our interests in this record.
And it's really catchy with your deep voice.
Thank you.
You can go very high or very low.
Yeah, and that's wonderful to be able to do that also with League of Distortion, that I have these different kind of singing and I can really put them in, I can show everything I have, you know, I can be myself personally, but also vocally. And yeah, and I'm really, it's different too. The contrast makes it special too, of course.
Yeah, a lot of different vibe in the album.
Yeah, yeah.
I leave you the word for the end of the interview.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to come to France. I can't wait to play France. I just hope that there will be many people interested in joining the league, coming to a concert. And also, until then, check out our music videos and our songs. Check out our album if you want to support us. And yeah, stay tuned and join the league.
Thanks. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Would you do the same? Are you a